Hey guys, welcome to episode 201 of the Cat Lady channel. My name is Andrea, also known as the Cat Lady. That's 2T, C-A-T-T, which stands for Craft All the Things. Lately it means crochet all the things, because that's all I've been doing, and that's okay. Going through my crochet era of things. So, if you are new, thank you for tuning in and watching. Hope you like what you see. It's just me. I am a crafter from Michigan with a husband, 2 kids, and a cat. And I just kind of document the things that I'm working on. Mostly crochet, knit, spin, some weaving, some cricketing, some other things here and there. But again, like I said, mostly crochet right now. So I try not to have too many projects going on at once as well, but that's kind of gone off the rails a little. So I have a few things. But this week and like the last couple weeks have been just like obsessive about one specific type of project. So if you've tuned in before, you'll know. But anyways, thank you for joining me. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you, of course, as always, for always coming back and seeing what I am up to. Sometimes it's exciting, most of the time it's not. So anyways, if you want to follow me on social media, I am the Cat Lady on Instagram and Facebook. I have Ravelry. I try to update my Ravelry pages pretty regularly. Show notes are usually below. Sometimes they're a little late, but since I work on things throughout multiple episodes, you can usually go back an episode or two and eventually find what you're looking for, or you can just ask me. You can email me or DM me on Instagram. Please don't message me on Facebook because it just does not work. Or you can leave a comment below, etc., etc., etc. So if you like me, please subscribe. Yada yada yada. So I finally picked up my dress again, just for a little bit. While I was sitting in bed on Saturday night, binging some podcasts, audio podcasts, I worked on this. So let's see if I can find my marker. So this is a dress that I'm just freestyling, I guess. So if you haven't seen this before, here's the top. It's like a halter top. You have this mesh panel that's like the stomach, and then the skirt area, and then we're back to it's going to be long. So now we have a lace area that's long, and it will have a slit right here. So I think it's going to be fine. I still think it's going to be fine. So it'll need to be steamed. So this will be washed, and I'll probably steam out the lace so it stays nice and open. So last you saw, it is slow moving for sure because it's such a big piece. But yeah, so I made a couple rounds of the lace. But it grows pretty quickly. So, I mean, each round takes a while, but it adds a lot of growth because it's very open and lacy. So I haven't tried it on since, so I need to do that. My poor snakes here are staring at me saying, it's almost May and you stopped at March. So I don't even know if I made it through March in one of mine. So I gotta get moving on that. Maybe I will work on those this afternoon. Maybe I'll put some other projects on pause and do some snake work today. So where am I? So January, February, March. Okay, this one made it through March. 2 of them made it through March. So this one only made it through February and a little bit of March. So this is mine. I believe this is mine. Yes. So I need to work on my snakes. So I'm going to do that today. I am going to move back downstairs to my other location to show you my other things that I've been working on because they're all laid out on the table out there. So instead of bringing it up, I figured I would just bring you down. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I am back at the dining room table, which is where everything is. So I finished my plant, my string of pearls plant, which I adore. So there's the top. And I have a few like really short ones. And then I got the really long ones. I don't know, I love it. And I love it. It's a plant I will not kill, so I'm excited. So I started part 2. So I have 2 side things here. That's why I'm gonna plant on each side. And honestly, this one's called Jade Necklace, I believe. And honestly, looking up the pictures of the real plant, not quite, but it's just kind of a twirly leafy plant. So I went to Joann's and I bought some Karen Simply Soft in the dark sage color. And boy, this plant eats up yarn because I'm almost used quite a bit. And then I have my pot. I bought 2 pots at the same time at the Dollar Tree. And so here are my curly bits. So I don't know how many I'm gonna make actually, but I still am gonna make more because I don't feel like this is quite enough. And originally the pattern says to sew them all together and then sew them, but I think I'm just gonna do the same thing where I sew each one on individually and kind of just sew. It's gonna be like this. And I'm working on the soil. I finished the soil, but I thought I would leave it not in the pot to show you what I did. And I actually did this one a little bit different than this one, but not much. So you can see here. So I got my foam. I had to cut it down because it was a little too big. I made my flat rounds, and then I did a back loop only row, so it makes it turn a little. Then I did a couple flat rows, and then I did another back loop, and maybe I should have done more, but after I put the stuffing in here, it's fine. I can pull it down. So I have another back loop only row, so that when I'm just gonna literally like just tie it in a knot on each side here. So it's gonna come down, and it's just gonna tie like this across the thing on both sides. So then the top is left like that, and then stick it in the pot. Hopefully it fits. I'll be able to shove it in there. I'm relatively confident I'll be able to shove it in there. So there's just a little bit of stuffing in there just to give it a little oomph, and then something for me to sew into. Makes it easier to sew in there. So that is how I made this. And actually the pattern for this one said just cover something with felt, so I could have just used felt, but I do like the crocheted soil look better than just a piece of felt. So, but it was nice that she gave other options. If you didn't want to crochet all your soil, you could use felt. The foam is annoying though, because there's like little pieces of foam everywhere. So once I get that soil in there, I will start determining. Yeah, so I think they end at a little tip here, so I think I will just sew the tip in and do the same thing where I did, where I just kind of keep placing them in there, some long ones, some short ones. Probably gonna make some more. So, I mean, it's getting pretty full since they're bigger, but I still feel like I need a couple more. So that is that. And the next plant on my list is gonna be the holiday cactus, she calls it, which most people know it as a Christmas cactus, but I like the fact that she called it a holiday cactus because not everybody celebrates Christmas. Oh, one thing I'll note, which, okay, it looks like she just kind of pulled them. I feel like mine are like more tight. Like her spirals are a lot looser. And I followed the pattern. I used a larger hook. Yeah, like the yarn she's using is like a DK worsted yarn, which is what I'm using, but she used a size E hook, and that's tiny. I used an H. And if I fling them around and stuff, they kind of open up. So maybe that's what she did. It looks like that's kind of what she did. Is kind of manhandled them a little bit so that they're kind of, but I don't know. So that's probably what it is. They're just more like, because they look kind of loosey-goosey in some places. So I don't know. But I feel like they kind of settle and they re-spiral into their normal spiral. So, but I feel like once they're all together, they'll be fine. But holiday cactus is the next one I'd like to do, and this is the actual size. So it's a decent size. I need a pot. I don't have a pot for it. So I need whatever size pot that is, but that's cute. The yarn I'm looking at now, well, see, okay, I see her picture, and obviously she's using whatever she wants. This looks a little dark. This yarn looks dark. This yarn looks like the one I'm using for this. The pictures I looked at of a Christmas cactus look a little brighter, so I got this yarn. So if you have a Christmas, and I've seen Christmas cactus before, I feel like they're brighter. So what do you think? Do you think this is too bright for a Christmas holiday cactus, or do you think this is the right brightness? And then I got this pink for the flowers. I think this color combination looks cute too. So, I mean, I guess it's mine. You can do whatever I want with it, right? But I want it to look, it's going to look fake, okay? It's going to look fake for sure because it's got these little tassel-y things sticking out of it. But, you know, I want it to be somewhat believably, like, similar. So But that'll be next. And that requires wire to make it kind of formed so they're not just flopping over. So I got some floral wire. So you stramp the wire in through the, after you make the leaves, stems, and then you can stick them in and they just form them how you like. So, but that's gonna be on hold because I need to work on some snakes. And all this will be on hold. So for just a little bit because it's almost May and I have got to get through April at least. So that's that. This was called Jade Necklace, and this was String of Pearls, and that's the Holiday Cactus, and this is the Crocheted Succulents book by Emma Varnum that I borrowed from the library. So I still keep checking back to see if the Crocheted Houseplants is available. I should just buy both of these books because I like them, and I'd like to make, well, I don't know if I'd make more out of here. Possibly, but I think I might make more out of the other book, which has, there might be some duplicate plants. So I don't know. I'd have to look through them again. I like supporting libraries. I don't love buying books because then they take up space, and then sometimes, but like these books have multiple use. You know, it's like when I read books, I read them and I usually don't read them again, so I tend not to buy books. But something like this, there's lots of little receipts in here. Something like this I would use potentially many times because I would come back and make the patterns again. So, so that's it. That's it for today. It's Tuesday. It's gonna be another busy week full of stuff. So we will be back in the next clip with whatever we get. Hopefully with some snake progress. That is gonna be my plan. So we will see you in the next clip. Holy cow, it's Friday. I don't know what happened this week. It just like went. So I am way behind on my video clips, but I feel like lately it's only been 2 anyways. I'm still downstairs because my stuff is still downstairs, and my husband's probably like, when is she gonna get this crap off the table? But it's still here. So see what, it's not done. Still have some loosey-goosey pieces in here, but it's coming together. And the more it's coming together, the more I like it. So here's my hanging or jade necklace plant. So I have, let's see if I can grab them. I have a couple more pieces. And I made these not home. I wasn't home when I made these, so I was kind of guessing on the length. So I don't know if I need some longer pieces or not. Let's see, what do I got? I got this one. Yeah, this one's kind of short. There's the yarn. Oh, there's the other one. I think, did I just make 2? Yeah. Made 2 kind of shorty ones because I don't have a lot of short ones. So I think maybe I need a couple longer ones, but like tuck those in there. Kind of like that. So yeah, I mean, it's supposed to look organic and not like, you know, symmetrical or anything. And I can still flop these around and do what I want with them and whatever. So I'll still play with it, but I might need to make at least 1 or 2 longer ones. But I have like 4 of them here that need to be attached. So, I mean, I still like the other one a little better, but I don't know, this one's fine. They're fun. I would make it again. How's that? So that's always the key. If you'd make something again, then it's good. Not that I will make it again, but I would. So that, and I've been carrying around my happy little yarn bag with the cats on it. I love this bag. It's got a little Devo on it. The little orange and white kitty. No Sadie though. No Sadie cat. I mean, it's got a kind of a black cat, but no tuxedo cat. But I got my little Devo on there. So I like this bag. I love her, the way she constructed her bag too. I know she uses a pattern she got, but I love this little handle. I like the split sides for the casing here. It's a nice bag, and it's very sturdy. She's got some nice interfacing in there. So, oh, speaking of, I have something else to show you. Oh, I got more stuff in here too. So meanwhile, I was kind of also working on my next plant while I was working on that plant, just for the heck of it. So I mentioned I'm working on the holiday cactus, so I started a few of those pieces. So these need to be strung with wire so that they're stiff and kind of flexible. But yeah, those are cute. So those are the 2 larger pieces, I believe. And this is kind of a fun construction of those. So And then there's one of the small pieces. So I think the book calls for maybe like 7 or 8, I don't know. So now I might add 1 or 2 depending on the size pot I get, but yeah, and they're so easy to travel, and I have the pattern memorized already, so it's like super easy. And that's the Karen Simply Soft in the Kelly Green, whereas this is the Dark Sage. That's used up a lot of yarn because those spirals take up a lot of yarn. So, and next, I have been a busy girl. That's why this week's gone by. It's been a little busy with crafts and other things, but which they're gonna look funny, but I've been working on my snakes. So we're into April, and okay, so I have today, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I have 3 more days to get the rest of April done, right? Until it's May. I still hate the seam. I still absolutely hate the seam, but whatever. There's nothing I do about it. It's all on the bottom. But we have January, February, March. Okay, I just started April on this one. This one's Emily's. And then we have David's. David's I got the farthest. So we have January, February, March, April. So it still needs some stuffing, but there's the start of April. So I got like maybe halfway through April on David's. And then mine okay, so we've just started April. So this was that. So I've been doing like a page at a time. So when I do the printouts, it'll have, it's not, each page isn't in exactly 1 month. It'll like cut and start, not cut, but it'll start the next month. So it usually has like all of the rest of the month, and then like the next month through like 5 to 8 days or something. So this had like seven days of the next month on the page of March type thing. So I printed out the next page. The next page goes to like May 8th or something. Also, Emily's birthday's coming up in May, and I need to find something fun to put on her day. So some sort of multicolored yarn, something that's like gonna look slightly obvious. So I haven't figured that out yet, but I gotta figure that out soon because I'm going to be hitting up her. Which one's hers? Boy, did I already do her birthday? Oh, I probably already did. Shoot. Totally forgot. I think I already passed her birthday. Okay, I'm gonna have to take this apart now. Andrea from the future. I am just stupid. Talking about the snakes, and yeah, I'm not in May yet. I'm trying to make it to May, so I don't have to take anything out. That's April. It's the beginning of April. So just ignore that. I am fine. But I still need to find something because it will be next month. I will need to put in a special color for Emily's birthday. So carry on. Because I totally forgot her birthday's in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I totally did. It's like right at the beginning here. So, okay, so I need to figure out what I'm doing for Emily's birthday, retake that out and do that. But right now I was working on getting David's done for May. I mean, these things aren't perfect. The stuffing is kind of funky at places, but whatever. Again, I'm trying not to be a perfectionist here, but I'm working on getting them done for the month. So now I have to go figure out what I'm doing for Emily's birthday day. I'm gonna go figure that out now so that I can not forget to do that. And then David's birthday's in June, so then whatever I do for her, I'll probably have to do for him. And then for ours, we'll do our anniversary since it's the year we got married, so that won't be until later or almost the end of the year. So it is a rainy, cold day. Makes me tired. I'm tired. It's supposed to be rainy for the next like 4 or 5 days. Whenever I'm downstairs, I apologize. My freezer ice maker goes and does things, so I'll try to get myself back upstairs next week, totally, for your viewing pleasure and my husband's sanity. But I work on everything downstairs. I work on a lot of things downstairs, so it's like, and like the plants were kind of spreading things out, so that is that. Anyway, so this is gonna be a short episode this week, but I did get a lot done. I feel like I got a lot done. I did not touch my skirt or anything. I ran across the skirt pattern, like a regular skirt pattern, not my dress. So the skirt with the advent. And it was actually, she makes it in like just a flat panel and then seams it. It's very tempting to rip out the skirt and make the panel and seam it. That way, I don't know, I don't have to worry about the increasing and whatever, and then you'll have the consistent see, and I don't know, I can make it a little wider, you know, so you cinch it at the waist, so it's like a gathered waist, and then it would just hang. I don't know, because I'm kind of like afraid to continue my thing with where I'm at. So, but then I don't know how wide it would need to be, like 60 inches wide. Is that like a good width for the bottom? But then is it gonna be way too, I don't think, I mean, it'll be cinched. It'll be like roughly topped. I don't have a problem with that. So, but I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's not a terrible plan. I'm not terribly far in. So I don't know. I'll think about it. And I would potentially use the same just shell pattern. So I don't know, something to think about. If you have any suggestions or thoughts on that, let me know. So I will wrap this up so I'm not rambling too much, and I will get to uploading when I get to uploading, hopefully sometime this afternoon or tomorrow. So it doesn't matter that I'm saying this because you won't know until you see it. So anyways, I will see you all next week. I hope you all have a good weekend. Next week is May. I can't believe it. And I'm just waiting for the weather to like turn and stick. Like I really need these like sunny, nice, warm days. So praying for sun. I hope you all have a good week and you go out there and craft all the things.